greeting to one and all. Dear friends, myself, Dr. S. B. Kishore, welcome you all in the today's session of paraphrasing, article rewriter. It is basically useful to avoid a plagiarism during you are writing a research paper or thesis or books. Okay, it means whenever you are writing certain piece of information, it might be possible by mistakenly or by intentionally you might have copied certain information from certain sources. So in that case, how you will be able to paraphrase it so that you will not get caught under the plagiarism. So in the today's sessions, we are going to discuss about basic of research. Then we will see what is the plagiarism, when to cite a source. Then we will discuss what is paraphrasing. Then step to paraphrase in order to avoid plagiarism. And then finally we will discuss the various tools in order to paraphrase. We are going to conduct a practical session in order to see how this paraphrase tools work. After putting your lot of effort into research in order to translate your ideas or innovation into a reality, then it's a time for you to know the result to everyone. It means after putting a lot of efforts, and it might be possible that you got a certain result after performing certain practical activities or certain experiments or certain surveys or certain analysis. It might be possible that you got a certain result. So it's time to explore that result to everyone. It means in order to let know the whole world about your activities or about the result that you have achieved after performing your research. So now how to make sure that your work is going to be aware to one and all. Okay, so it can be possible by means of what? Writing a research paper. So remember, when you are doing a research, it means when you are talking about a PhD, writing and publishing a research paper is one of the important tasks apart from writing your entire thesis or dissertation. And one of the most important thing while writing is that it should not be a merely a copy and paste material of someone else's work. Since it's your own idea, it's your own innovations, you might got certain results. So don't try to copy and paste the material of someone else. Okay, that is a basic idea about what a research. So now, what is the plagiarism? Plagiarism means copying someone else's work as your own without giving them what? A proper acknowledgement or credit. It means you are copying someone else's work and saying it's my own work. That is what? That is simply a plagiarism. So in order to avoid plagiarism, what you need to do? You need to acknowledge the author. It means you need to give a credit to an author of which you are work copying. Okay. So it can be possible by means what? Giving a citation. So put the quotation around the text. When you want to put the text as it is of author, it means whenever you are borrowing certain information of someone else's work, what you need to do? You need to put that text within a double quotes. Okay, that is copy the text directly from the source, word for word, is known as what? A direct quote. It means without changing or without altering any single piece text or word when you are copying them as it is. So in that case, it is necessary that you must put the entire text within a double quote, and this quotation text should be always what? A cited. It means you need to provide what? A citation for that purpose. So how to give the citation we will discuss in our next slide. Now remember, UGC suggested plagiarism limit in work. UGC is very much concerned about the copy paste material, and it has given a very strict action in its direction regarding the plagiarism material if your work is contain too much plagiarism. Okay, even university have a right to punish you based on the kind of copy paste material that you might have in your work. So now when to cite? When you want to add the power of an author word in order to support your argument, or you want to disagree with the author argument. So you are copying certain information, okay, the statement of particular author, and then it might be possible that you may agree or you may not be disagree with that particular statement. So in that case, what you need to do? You need to cite that particular information or the text that you are copying or borrowing from someone else's work. So after copying that particular information, what you are going to do? You are going to give a certain supporting statement, whether you are agreeing with that statement or not. Okay, so in that case, you need to cite the particular text. You want to highlight a particular powerful expressions or the passages of that particular author. In that case, also you can cite. Then you want to note the important research that preceded your own. It might be possible that your work might be a little bit extensions of the earlier work. So in that case also what you can do, you can cite the earlier work and then you can specify your own work. So in all these cases you need to cite. Now how to cite? So suppose that this particular text, as we have already seen this particular text in our first slide, so what I am doing, I am simply copying that particular text again over here. So it means what? I am doing what? I am doing a citation. Please remember, even though if you have written a particular paper, no doubt it is your own paper, but when you are writing the same text in your thesis, you need to cite it. Okay? Otherwise, it will come under the self-plagiarism. So remember, even though if you have written a particular text, unique text in a particular research paper, and if you are copying the same text in your thesis, you need to give a citations of your own work. Okay, it may called as self-citation. So we have already seen this particular point in our slide 1. So what I have done, I am simply copying that information over here and I am giving what a citations of that. Okay, so this is what a citation. In citation, you need to specify the author lot name followed by what? The year of publication. If you are following say APA format. So we have a different types of format. So based on that, the citation may appear. If you are following a IEEE, in that case, you may see a numbering 1, 2, 3, something like that. A citation detail must appear in the reference list. Now this is what a simplest citation, but it is not giving a full information about the source. So that entire source must be appear in your what? A references list or in your bibliography list, which is generally included at the end of paper. Now, in one of my video, I have already explained how to create a citation and generate the bibliography list. Okay, I am giving the link of that over here. Again, I am going to put this link in the description part so you can view how to create the citation and generate the bibliography list automatically using a MS Word tool. Now, what is the paraphrasing? A paraphrasing means rearranging the words of an author and writing the entire part in your own words. Okay, simply arranging certain words of the original author and putting in your own words. That is what the meaning of paraphrasing. So, like quotation, paraphrase material must be cited. As we know that whenever quotation means what? When you are copying the information as it is. So in that case, you are giving what? A citation. So similar to that, whenever you are doing a paraphrasing, you should give a what? Citation. Now question arises, why? In order to avoid overusing of what? A quotation. So in order to overusing of quotation, you can do what? A paraphrasing. Now step to paraphrase. So this is basically useful to avoid what? A plagiarism. So what you need to do? Repeat reading. One of the most important part. Read the original text as long as you do not understand it. Try to read. It might be possible that during your first reading you may not be able to understand the entire concept. So reread it and continue this process as long as you are not understand the entire detail. Okay, and while reading, identify the main points or keyword that has been specified by an author. Okay, so sometimes it may be possible that you may not be able to alter those keywords during your writing too. Okay, so note down the main point and keyword if any, and what are the parts that you are able to alter. Think about it. Then write the text in your own word. After reading the material, what you need to do, write the text in your own word. It means now without looking into the original text, write the text in your own words and ideas. Okay, now you got an enough idea about the work that has been carried out by someone else. So now try to put that entire contents in your own word. Then compare. Here what you are going to do, compare or recheck the original text with that of your text to check you are not going to lose the original meaning when converted in your wording. So what you need to do is that after writing in your own word, what you need to do, you need to compare with the original text in order to check that you are not going to lose the original meaning that has been specified by the original author, because it might be also that during the conversion you may add your own meaningful sentence which has been not specified by the original author. Okay, so be careful about that. Whenever you are paraphrased, the original meaning should not get loose. Then don't forget to give a credit to an author. Always give a credit to the source from where you have received your information by including what? The text within a quotes. And finally, you need to give the entire details about that cited information. Specify the detailed source called as bibliographic information copied by adopting a proper style. It may be MLA, APA, IEEE depending upon your discipline or the subject that you are following. Okay, so you need to use a style. So in short, we can say that during the paraphrase, you need to remember the 4R, that is the reword. Can you replace certain words by means of synonyms? Check is it possible to change certain words. Okay, then think about rearranging a certain other parts. Then realize that some things cannot be changed, like the name, date. These are the things that you are not able to alter. So keep them as it is, and finally recheck the original and your the altered text whether they are same or they are differ. It will not be differ in terms of meaning. Please remember. Okay. Now some of the examples of paraphrase. Now this is what your original text and this is what your paraphrase text. Just try to read. Writing and publishing a research paper is, apart from writing a thesis, is another essential activity during the research. See, it is the original text. Now, during the paraphrase text, see what we have done. During a research, writing and publishing a research paper is a key task aside from writing a thesis. It means what we have done, we have paraphrased it. It means we have written this original text in our own word. Similarly, the original text is what? Plagiarism means using the another work without giving them an adequate acknowledgement or credit and saying it's my own work. And when you are doing a paraphrase, plagiarism implies the using the work of someone without giving them what? A proper recognition or credit and implying that it's my own work. So this is what a paraphrase text. Please remember, observe that the meaning has been not changed, but of course the text has been changed. The format of the way of writing has been changed. Now, what are the tools that are help you in order to paraphrase? So, paraphrase tools help in clearing the sentence structure, replacing the terms with a correct synonym, and it helps to eliminate the plagiarism. So, following are what? Some of the paraphrase tools, like article rewriter from small SEO tools. Okay, we are able to paraphrase up to 2000 characters, and this is what a website of that particular tools. Then we have a pre-post SEO, then Quillbot. Okay, the limit is what? 1000 character. So in the today's session, we will work with what? A Quillbot in order to check how to paraphrase. These are some of the references that you may follow. Now please observe the citation that we have already put. See how it has been written. The complete detail about the citation. So now it's a time to do a practical session. Now assume this is the text that you already written and now you want to make it paraphrase. So first of all, let me copy this part. Then Quillbot. Okay, this is the site. So click on this. And now you will observe here paraphraser. So simply click on this. Please remember it's not a free version. In free version you have a limit of what? Only 1000 characters. So paraphrase it. It is showing the number of total characters in it that you have copied and pasted over here. And now it is paraphrasing. Remember, the citation will be kept as it is. No doubt the text may get changed. Okay, so what has been happened? It has changed this entire text or paraphrase into this particular format. Now if you like, you can keep it. If you want to make certain alter, you can do. Again, you might a little bit better. In that case, you can select what of fluency. Or creative. In order to have other things, it's what? Premium version. So you have two options, standard and fluency. Now finally what you need to do, simply copy this information and paste over here by selecting what? The text only. And this is what your paraphrase text. Okay, so it's a very simple. So try this approach in order to avoid your plagiarism. When you think that you are copied as it is, in that case only try to use that kind of tools. Okay, but the basic idea is it is always better to put in your own words. So I hope that you understood the today's session. So practice it, and with that, thank you very much. Have a nice day.